Uh-huh. Right. All right, we are the Hebrew Israelites. We came, we out. We come to prophesy the downfall of America. Tell us before we sign who they are. Anybody, if you know, like the Israel according to the Bible. Contrary to popular and people opinion are the only ones that have salvation out of the destruction that's coming. The next new thing right now is Trump putting the National Guard up in D.C. And he blatantly said he's taking over Washington, D.C. Not only that, not only by putting the troops on the ground, he also federalizing the police, meaning basically he controls the police. He's training them to be military agents or military assets. So, hey, they're going all the way in. And he is so bold to even say that this is not the end. The next thing that he's going to do is put troops on the ground in several other major cities, including New York, Illinois, and several other cities. So we all know that he ain't coming to police the Edomites. Well, what he say? He's trying to get these thugs off the street. He's trying to get all these gang members off the street. Everything you niggas are known for. I mean, before his election, or before 100 days into his election, he said the black people want him to come and clean up their neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. So what do you think he's doing right now? He's using that excuse to say, hey, he's sending the military into the neighborhood to clean you niggas up. Truth be told, he ain't trying to clean you niggas up. He's trying to clear you niggas out. So there are some people that's actually out there filming what's going on. Hey, they hemming up a lot of niggas. And rightfully so, because you niggas do deserve it. However, they're not doing it on no righteous reason. They ain't doing it to help no so-called black people. They're doing it to take you out. This is part of that Make America Edomite again. And I say Edomite and not white because there's no such thing as a white person. That is actually a social construct. Like they like to say social constructs is all types of different shit like gender, which is not. But a real social construct is being so-called white. There is no nation called white. There's no white person walking around. Right. There is no white person walking around this planet. There's 18 nations and none of them are white. You are so-called white people are Edomite. And you are red by skin color. There are different shades of red. Shades of red. Right. From light pink to all the way to red. Apple red. Yeah, apple red. According to the Bible, you are a clean leper. Huh. Right. According to the Bible, that's what you are. Not a contagious leper. All right, you are a clean leper. Right. Not gonna touch you, Peter Mike, and catch that. Damn, nigga, now I got Benalago. All right. But you can't get Benalago if you're born with it. Why? Because that's a curse. Yep, you can get motherfucking leprosy. That's what it is. Right. That's all it is. When you lack that pigmentation, all right, you have leprosy. Right. And this social construct that you call white has made you Edomites proud. Right. To make you actually believe that you're pure. No, you're not pure. Matter of fact, your people have done the most atrocities that has been done on this planet. So we don't call you white, we call you by your biblical nationality, which is Edomite. Isn't it was in 1863 when they made the construct of white? They decided to call you white people. They only made that term to stop the white women from going on to black men. Right. Ooh, that's on right. Because so many white women going, wow. It's just going to be all great. Wow.
That's for the next 4 days. Yeah. Because white men also having kids too, with black women too. Any product of a black man or black women, their kids will be slaves.
Yeah.
And then they changed it to, if you marry a black man, you are automatically a descendant of a slave or you are a slave. But if the kid comes out looking white or passing white, it's not a slave. Then they came up with the term black to be a class system to separate poor whites from blacks. So the whites will feel better about their financial situation. And that's why they started wanting to keep black people as slaves after that. Because they know without us, they have no status. That's why they've been fighting so hard to stop us from doing our own things. After slavery had ended, they didn't want blacks to have their own jobs or have their own agency. They didn't even want us to leave their land, or they hate us being here. And when they say they want us to go back to Africa, you don't see no program saying they're funding sending us back, do you?
Nope. This is Matthew 13:24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared their tares also. So the servant of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then have the tares? And the tares is basically when the so-called white man said, anybody that's born of a black woman or a black man is black, quote unquote.
The black blood, the one drop.
Right, the one drop rule. That's basically sowing tares amongst the wheat. Because, hey, the seed comes from the man. If a so-called white man goes into a so-called black woman, guess what that baby is?
White.
That baby is a so-called white baby. It don't matter what his skin complexion is.
And the reason why the skin complexion can be variant or differently or darker is because black people have stronger genes.
Right.
But that don't
melanin is dominant.
That doesn't mean the baby is black.
Right. That don't mean the baby is an Israelite. The baby is an Edomite.
Because the baby got darker skin.
The same thing goes for if a black man, a so-called black man, goes into a so-called white one. That baby is not mixed. That baby is a so-called black baby. It's an Israelite. It don't matter. Right. It don't matter what the baby look like. The baby is an Israelite if the baby have an Israelite father. That goes for every nation. 25. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then are the tares? He said unto them, an enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. So basically, the Heavenly Father said, hey, let the wheat and the tares grow together. If you spot a person of what you think is another nation, and you perceive he got the spirit of change, but he really doesn't, hey, you can let him join. He can listen to the truth. If he's not really an Israelite, when the Heavenly Father come to judge, then he's going to take that tear out. But if he is really an Israelite, then you did what you're supposed to do. So yeah, when we say things like, hey, There could be some Israelites that look like so-called white people. We're not wrong. Just like there could be so-called black people, so-called Edomites that look like black people. But since we don't got the 100% discernment, he said let them grow together. Yeah, that's why when you go and you talk about somebody being a portion or a percentage of something, that's impossible. You always what your father is, all right? Because it's established, the Most High establishes the household according to the seed of the fathers. Every woman that has a last name out here has the last name of their father or their husband. Mm-hmm. They don't have their own last name that they came they came by their mother's line. Then they be like, "Oh, I got my mother's last name." Well, your mother has.
Women don't have surnames.
Right, they don't.
Men do.
Right.
Women take the surnames of their husband.
Or their father. You can't take it of your brother. Get it of your father.
This is Numbers 1 and 18, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. From 20 years old and upward by their homes.
Right. So they are. Go ahead. Keep. So they basically established their pedigree by the house of their father. You are of your father. Like these women, only a stupid bitch will say a woman don't need a man. Only a stupid one. Because your stupid ass comes from your father's balls. That's how simple it is. No, I was in vitro fertilizer.
The man's seed will fertilize that.
Right. All the people that you see walking around come from a man's ball. So much for not needing a man. Well, everything that's in that semen is what is the composition of life. Right. The egg doesn't possess the genetic DNA that right. An egg is not alive. Right. Eggs are not alive. The seed is alive. That's why you see many seeds going from one egg to be incubated. The egg is an incubator. It's not alive. It don't produce children. It incubates the life that comes out of a man.
The egg is the soil.
Right.
The man's sperm is the seed that grows.
Right. But like they'll try to
that soil does not determine what that fruit is going to be from the seed. Right.
But they'll try to make it seem like we out here being, we hate women. Right. No. But we explain it as a reality. Right. Because we need the soil, the seed ain't shit without the soil. You know what I'm saying? And most people do not live in reality, especially you Edomites. Y'all actually hate reality. That's why you hate Jake so much. Because when you look at when Edomites look at us, they always have to relive their past, their past history, which is a bunch of bullshit. Not to mention, they always got to see something that's better than them. It's like Edomites always talk about how great they are, but everything you got from another nation, mostly us. That includes the music, that includes the dance, that even includes the food that's being prepared here. The food prepared in America, there's really no American dishes. All the dishes in America actually come from somewhere else. Mainly from where Jake stayed. So Edomites, every day they walk around, they actually got to look at who they hate and who reminds them of their fucked up past. That's why they love Trump so much. Because Trump is trying to get rid of the guilt that you Edomites feel every day just looking at us walk up and down the street. What is one of Trump's biggest things? Hey, he's trying to get rid of everything that has to do with the history of America. Right. Hey, so what did they do? One of the first things he did when he got in office, he went to the the National Museum of History. I forgot what it's called. It's Smithsonian. And first thing they did was take out the so-called certain so-called African American civil rights portions of the trip. They took out a good amount of history in between Jake. They only want Jake to know that they showed, you know what, I was just watching it the other night. It's a video on it. They got a Edomite as a tour instructor, Edomite woman. And the only part they have left of it is the chains and the torture devices that they used when Jake was in captivity. That's all they got, like the stun torture device in case somebody escaped. And they wouldn't tell, the family members wouldn't tell. They used some kind of thing you put your thumbs in and they screw it down. Yeah, they got shit like that. And all the shackles and the different devices that they use to put them in captivity. But they don't have all the history and the accomplishments in between. They don't have that. All right? Because all they want you to realize and remember is that you are a slave. Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. So the southern tribe, so-called Negroes, that was
Just imagine some water first.
Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus say Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. So you so-called Negroes, so-called Haitians, and you so-called Benjamites or Skilly-Nites, so-called Benjamites, so-called Jamaicans. That's the southern tribe. That's all Judah. All of those are considered Judah. Now, they not the tribe of Judah, but when he speaks of Judah, that's what he means. And the northern tribes of Israel are you Native American and Latinos that make up the 10 tribes of Israel. Okay?
You can say we all suffered the same plight from them.
Slavery, and then checks down. People be like, oh, that was how everybody went to slavery, right? But the way slavery
went through it like you.
No, the transatlantic slave trade and the Spanish Inquisition and the Trail of Tears and all of that shit. That shit was illegal.
I am. I'm go keep talking, bro. Brother, look, when y'all brothers, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
By that 4K quality, brother. Right. About a 4K. We ain't had no 4K yet, you know what I'm saying? That 4K quality. Hey, the IUIC. All right, they talk about.
You gotta understand, when I move around, y'all ain't really talking about nothing like like the Bible.
But it's gimmick. That's why we ain't trying to do all that.
I don't care about no gimmicky stuff. I don't care about what people think. We've been doing this shit for too long.
No, it's not about that. I'll talk to you about it after 10.
Okay.
All of that took them captive, held them fast, and refused to let them go. Yeah, that's why. Because why? Why did they refuse to let us go? Because they knew that this place can't function without you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, what happened to Tyler? Let's look at that situation real quick. Tyler, the South African artist, right? All of those South Africans, are basically getting into it. Well, I'll let the brother speak about it. Current. Well, basically, what happened with the Tyler situation is basically the so-called FDA fell back off Tyler because Tyler was talking about she's colored and she's not black. Basically, not claiming the Black American heritage or culture. And the people that Black Americans over here that supported it just fell back. Like, look, you ain't gonna claim us, then we're gonna fall back on you. Then all of her super fans started talking shit, and she never said nothing against them. You know, she just let that ride, didn't have nothing to say, still denying being a black person. So they fell back. Next thing you know, right, slide, just a double homicide. Right. Yeah, so hey, you let that shit slide. That's the thing, though. When you let these matters like that slide and let them go and don't address them up front, right, that shit continues to impact somebody. It builds up and picks up momentum, man. Right. And
about the black experience.
Right.
Like we could have helped our own problems.
Right.
Every time we did sabotage.
Yeah. A lot of sabotage came from when the African immigrants came over here, trying to cosplay us, and then saying that they don't claim to be us.
The moment that's the same thing that Jewish people. The moment they're called white, they say, "Oh, I'm not white, I'm Jewish."
Right. They'll say once they've done something,
race look better.
Yeah.
When those people are doing things to like say, "Oh, well, you just black," or you're like, "No, I'm not black. I'm Nigerian. I'm this. I'm that from Africa. I'm not Black American."
Right, but
they'll try to act like us. They'll style like us, talk like us. But they won't claim it when it's questionable what they're doing.
Right. So, with the Tyler situation, she even went on Charlemagne the God, what is the Breakfast Club, and they asked her a question about her being black or colored. She had to turn around, look at her manager or her handler or whoever, and she didn't even answer the question. So
color
black people,
Black American.
Right. No color. They got a class of color in Africa. And it means something different. And yeah, she come from there. Yeah. And she come from there, but Black Americans wanted her to acknowledge that, yeah, you still part of us. But she didn't. So Black Americans fell back, like, look, okay. Yeah, they stopped supporting her, and she didn't take up for Black Americans when her South Africans fans had something to say. So they stopped supporting her. And then she fought. And that's the thing, she's actually an Israelite. That's why she's so played what she does. All right? It's not just like the system is pushing her. She actually has talent, right? That's how that she Right. That's so correct. So this is Jeremiah 12:7. I have forsaken my house. I have left my inheritance. I have given the dearly beloved of my soul into the hand of her enemies. My inheritance is unto me as a lion in the forest. It cried out against me. Therefore have I hated. All right. A lot of Jakes, look at The Rock. The Rock will tell you he's smoking. You black ass nigga, bald headed ass nigga, you are a liar. You know your ass is a so-called black man. Why? Because his father's a black man. Yeah. He was father of some Asian like that. I believe so. He's from Canada. I know that. Yeah. I think he's a Levite, though. I'm not sure. But I know that there's some Jakes from Canada, black men from Canada. And he met up with his mom's, which is a Samoan descent. That's why Jimmy Superfly Snuka and what's that the Samoan wrestlers from the 90s, Tong and something. I forgot their names, man. I fucked up. Mean and something. All right. And they some real bad motherfuckers in real life. But the point is, a lot of Jakes, they don't want to acknowledge who they are. Y'all are ashamed. And then you say that your culture is music and hip hop. And that's just what Fat Joe said. Right. Now, that's a lot of these goofy ass niggas say. That's why this nigga Cardi B and Offset name they daughter culture. Like culture. That's the lack of culture. Right. Because our names mean something. Every one of our names has a meaning to it. They call it a nomen omen. But when you stop and you look at it now, our people don't have a culture because they don't want to hear who they are. They don't want to hear that they're the Israelites. But shit, they don't even know how to do that because that's just a trend. When Jake make their own stuff, they don't have a foundation. That's why they call themselves Moors, which yeah, we were so-called black man was the Moors in the Dark Ages. It just means black in Europe, but Moor is not a race. That's right all the time because you are ashamed of it.
Because you don't know it. You won't look for it. You try to latch on to something.
No, they be looking for it, but they latch on to all the wrong things. They want to latch on. A nigga want to be a Pan-Africanist.
Umar Johnson.
That's a belief. Okay, if you want to believe that, but that's not a race. That's not a race. African's not a race. They have different tribes, right? That's there. Different countries.
Right, they're not even African, they're Canaanites.
Right, but they'll say that the continent in itself because it's Africa. But that goes back to Leo Scipios Africanos, which is a so-called white man that conquered that place and gave it. What does it say in Job? You say he called it the land after his name. All right, y'all gave it those names. Ethiopia. That's the land of Cush according to the Bible. Ethiopia means black face. So the Greeks, so-called white people, they said, "Damn, these motherfuckers got some black faces up in this motherfucker. We're gonna call this bitch black face." Ethiopia, burnt faced. That's what it meant. God damn, dog. So you got to stop and pay attention to what's happening, man. The reality is that the unraveling of the society is happening right in front of you. This is why you got these troops up there in DC. Man, we did a video on that. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Sit down, bro.
Oh, he can pass out one. It don't matter.
Yeah, but they have all of those FBI. Hey, how do y'all feel about what's going on in DC? The FBI agents, it's in a police state right now, huh? Hey, look it up. See it. That's coming here. Yes, that's the police state. That's the first experimental states. And the crime rate is down 30%. So what do they do? Because it's an experiment. All right? The average person don't know it. See, Americans don't know what's going on. You got to know what's going on in your country, bro. You gotta wake up every day as a man and at least look at some kind of piece of news that's going on in the world around you.
Yeah, I hear a lot of our people say they don't watch the news.
Right.
Yep. Right.
Just a little bit, dog. But you're supposed to know what's I don't like the news because it's too depressing.
Fuck that. Right.
I want to know. I got to know. Right. Yeah, there's some shit is going on. Even if I don't care at the time, let me know. Like we get the air quality warnings and shit. You know, I come to your phone. Remember when they had the fires in Canada and they saying that the air quality was bad and they sent a text message to your phone?
Something wrong with the water.
Yeah.
I don't care about news. Turn your phone off.
Right.
Something wrong with the water.
This nigga drinking water out of jug. Yeah, man. So I tell this one nigga, that shit got parasites all in it because the goddamn water plant that shut down.
Blood start crawling, scraping out of his neck, and he died. Why didn't they tell me?
Right. Hey, man, this pass me a fruit, dog. A blunt. That's it. That's all I need, nigga.
It's some overcast alcohol.
That's how you make it sound.
Don't wake back up.
That's how you make it sound. That's one of the ways you make it sound. Right. This going back to these African flags. Going back to these Africans not claiming solidarity with so-called black people in America. This is Hebrews 11 and 24. By faith, when Moses was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. And that's basically what you Africans are doing. You trying to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. That's why you side with these Edomites and these other nations. That's why you'll go and say, no, I Nigerian. I'm not black. I know black. You know, that's right. Same thing with you of the Northern Kingdom. I Nigerian. I Latino. I Dominican. I know black. You know, because you don't want to suffer. You don't want to suffer with the Heavenly Father's people. You don't want to suffer what Judites are suffering over here in America. So you chose to suffer a season of sin rather than suffer the affliction with the Heavenly Father's people, which you are. But you're going to be judged for that too. Not to get judged for that shit. Right now, it's funny because everybody has looked at us as being the lowest of the low. Yeah.
Can you bring some water?
Yeah, you can.
For him.
Oh, no.
Now, identity crisis. Now, I do want to establish something real quick. What happened with the Latinos, saw ICE crack down on them, and a lot of Latinos were in awards. Yeah, they would come down on them. Right.
South Park saying they're gonna go find it.
God damn, that's fucked up. But it's real. Yeah, it's messed up, but it's true. So what happened? We started oppression of the Northern Kingdoms first, which are the Latinos, right? Now, going all the way back, we're dating on to when Christopher Colon discovered America, which was not North America. It was the Dominican Republic, all the way up to right, all the way up to Hispaniola. They called it the Hispaniolas. All right, all throughout South America. And when they discovered them, right, they went and they took them into slavery. They eventually went, they raped, killed, pillaged, and took them into slavery.
Well, they slaughtered a bunch of people up there.
Exactly. And they forced them to look for gold and all these precious resources that they had.
You know what gold was? That's what you communicated.
No. They made them a lot of those individuals from that slave trade, but they took some back to Europe. They made them work in the gold mines, silver mines. That's not no joke, though, working in no fucking mines. Looking at a lot of South American countries, even in Africa too, but a lot of South American countries is where you got the mines from. God. These miners be underneath the earth, dog. Jake began burnt up on the surface, picking cotton. And then you have Jake who wants to go inside the earth and mining for minerals, mainly gold. Because they were gold hungry, man. All right? The golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules. He is his friend. Like it's not. Sorry, you got something?
I have Matthew 10 and 33 about it. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 33. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father.
So you want to be everything else. But a so-called Negro, a so-called Latino, or African American. You want to be everything else but the people on this sun. This is our two nationalities. You're not Latinos. You gotta respect the tribe according to the Bible. You're not just some blacks. No, Esau said blacks, 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 blacks. They love throwing that shit out there because it's really a derogatory term. Being calling yourself black, that means you absent of understanding. And then it's also associated with witchcraft, black people. Yeah, a lot of y'all, 2/3 of our people is black though. Right. Right.
It always called the blacks around itself. It's the whole Bible. So person that has people that call blacks
Right. Well, look at like I was saying about Ethiopia. Look at Ethiopia. That literally means black face.
oh yeah, that's what the Greeks called. The Greeks called anybody that looked like that. They called it looked like Egyptian.
Yeah. But the Egyptians are the so-called Sudanese to this very day. It's not those individuals. They call them Jordanians. Those are some fucking Arabs. Those are Arabs. Arabs. They are not Egyptians. All right? The real Egyptians, according to the Bible, the Israelites, they're Sudanese people. You know, the big, tall, some of the Sudanese go all the way to Chad and Sudan. You know, those are some of the blacks. The blackest man on that walked the planet came from Chad. Some of the blackest people on the planet come from Chad, man. That's the real Egyptians. We are not the Egyptians, nigga. Not, niggas be like, oh man, we the Egyptians. We built them pyramids, right? But motherfucker, you are a slave. You are a Hebrew slave to these Sudanese, these Africans at the time, and they forced your black ass to build them the fucking pyramids, dog. Because the Lord, that's why Moses had to deliver the Hebrews, right? He didn't deliver just any black motherfucker that want to come, right? He delivered his own people. And your people isn't identified by the color of your skin. That's why, like the brother brought up earlier, if you call a Jewish person white, they'd be like, I'm Jewish. Motherfucker, what the fuck is that? A Jewish. Ish means like or pertaining to. So you like something.
Right. You know, you want to be like something.
Right.
like you say, my skin is brown.
Right. Motherfucker skin don't even like that. Right. Almost like brown. Right. Yeah. A lot of the times, you'll have an Edomite man have a daughter or a son with a black woman, and that would make them a Edomite. Their child and offspring would be a so-called white person.
Right.
Right. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes it still have
Sometimes they
that
don't
white.
like that straight.
Sometimes they don't even get the complexion. Sometimes they still have the leprosy. Yeah, they have the features, and that's why they started doing that in the first place. They started breeding our people, their women for our features.
There were court cases that say, like, are you black? I think you're black. But what you had a drop of black blood, they wouldn't serve, they wouldn't teach like a white. You know those cases? They made a movie about it. I forgot what movie it was. I think it was like, they made two separate movies about it. This guy, he was on court because they said he was, because he had mixed race blood in him. They had to go through his family lineage to prove, because he didn't even know. He thought he was white all the way. And they got questioned. They brought him, he was black, and they started treating him like a black man since then. They did the same thing when you're passing as white. This woman, it seems like from the same, I just from the same family, the guy that made tweets. But it's focusing on her his maternal side, like other women. It was on one of the women's side of his family where she was white. She looked white. She passed as white. She was like high yellow. Like from a certain angle, you would think she was a white woman. She had her hair tied up a certain way and stuff like that. You think she was white. They had a movie about her passing to be white. She didn't accept that she was black until later on. She got older and then she married a black man. And her daughter married a man that was like from the guys that made Roots and family. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Hey man, when it comes down to it, your lineage does matter for that very reason because to have identity, that's a powerful thing.
Your father is who you are.
So-called white man, they feel proud right now in this country because you know the origin of all of the things that they have, they associate it with power. They don't consider now. That's why they want to get rid of the truth. Because now we out here telling you how you got that power, and it wasn't because of your mighty strength. You took down all those Latinos and a lot of these Native Americans with smallpox.
What happened to the
That was
water?
biochemical. You took filthy blankets that you
He took that big bottle of
had
water that quick.
sickness on it. And you added those blankets to those native Latinos. And guess what? A lot of them wiped out. People wonder what happened to the Mayans.
Gotta get your chakra back.
Because they might feel.
Because also they didn't clean anyway.
No, they
had
didn't
to,
clean.
You probably saw it. Sometimes they show the videos on TikTok. The natives had to wear, they had to hold flowers behind the Europeans that were walking in front of them because of their bad, awful smells. Their sense of hygiene was using urine to kind of clean their clothes because it has some type of bleach element or something. And that's what they use. That's also how they use like to brush their teeth. Imagine you walking around next to somebody that smells like piss in their mouth and their clothes smell like piss all the time. It's gonna make you sick. And especially if they hand something to you, say, here, this is my thanks to you.
I know that happened. You might get your ass whooped eventually.
Yeah,
you know.
Find out.
I'm serious. Somebody, a lot of times in society, they'll get to the point like, hey, you walking through the streets and you smelling bad, and you just too. One time they took this one dude and just washed that motherfucker. They washed him. They forced him to wash.
Yeah, they do that in prison sometimes too.
They'll whoop your ass.
Yeah, whoop your ass to make you get in that shower and wash you up.
Nobody want to be sitting up next to no funky ass motherfucker just because they want to be nasty because that brings the disease. That's exactly what happened.
With John Arcanus, the Maccabees, they made them clean up because the Christians thought they were foul smelling, the Arabs thought they were foul smelling, and the text thought they were foul smelling. There were some nasty ass people. And basically, all three of those factions was like, look, you got to choose one. Because if you don't, we're going to all fuck you up. Because there's some nasty people. And they prove it to this day how nasty they are. So basically, they converted to being to the lifestyle of Israelites. And then, of course, they followed the Babylonian Talmud. Now, I don't know all the intricate details of the story, but they basically converted to being Jewish. And then they followed the Babylonian Talmud. But they had to
call themselves us.
Yeah.
All right, the Israelites didn't follow no fucking Talmud.
Right, the Israelites didn't follow the Talmud. We followed the scriptures.
This is Job chapter 30, verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Right, whose fathers I would have disdained to set with the dogs of my flock. Those Jewish people were them. They were those guys, man. I mean, the chief tribe.
I wouldn't even have my dogs around.
Right, because they'll start doing shit to the dogs.
Hey,
that's how nasty these Jewish, these JOOs are, man.
They're trying to robots.
You gotta be careful over there in the Middle East. Some of them Arabs too. A lot of them soldiers, I used to be in the military. And a lot of soldiers would tell you, man, and it caused a lot of Arabs over there popping them animals, man. We're seeing that in South America too, so I ain't no, hey, send me them over there popping donkeys sometimes. But you see that a lot amongst those other parts. That's not common with them. But for Arabs, or for Esau, or Ham, that's just common. All right. All right.
Sometimes.
They broke into a fucking zoo. You know, East Indians, man. They broke into a fucking zoo. And they raped the monitor lizard. Big ass monitor lizard. Like in a couple other animals. But that motherfucker raped the lizard, man. Big lizard. It had to be some teamwork involved.
They had 5 people holding it down.
Yeah, but that's a big lizard. Monitor lizard ain't no fucking gecko. You know what I'm saying? No back gecko.
More like a big stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it to bite the shit out of you. So what was he doing? Well, you know, that was teamwork in 5 minutes.
Right, and these other nations got a skewed view of sex. They believe in their fucked up mind that a woman is only used for reproduction. not for pleasure, but just for reproduction. They only stick their dick in a woman to make them reproduce, and then they stick their dick in whatever else for pleasure. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you stupid ass nations? What the fuck is wrong with you stupid ass nations? A woman is for reproduction and pleasure. But that's why they do stupid shit like that. Because they believe that women are only for reproduction. It's like y'all some stupid people, man. And y'all got to be beat into the righteous way. Because otherwise y'all won't believe it and you won't do it.
Job chapter 30, I'm going to start at 2. Ye were to might the strength of their hands profit me, and whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste.
Right. They were fleeing into this wilderness. That's why Esau is a man in the field. Edomites love camping all the fucking time, man.
Like camping on the side of mountains.
Right, which is a great skill to have. Them motherfuckers, they ain't color. Esau, that's why he's a pretender of the so-called white man, because they thrive out there. Yeah.
Oh, Bear Grill. That's who they are.
Jacob is a plain man that dwelleth in tents according to the Bible, man. Jacob likes to stay in the crib, man. They build some shit up and they raise their families in the crib. Esau take his whole family camping. They'll be out there for like a couple weeks. Deuteronomy. Oh, it is. Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword amongst all nations, whether Yahweh shall lead. So if you are a byword or a proverb or something, it's a insult. Okay? They call you black. Hey, black guy. Black.
Blackie. Hey, nigger.
Yeah.
You nigger. Hey, nigger.
Every nation goes back to them. You don't thought you are they do something wrong. Or even if they don't, if they want to, they all go to that one word, nigga.
You're a nigger. You're a slave. You're a nigger.
Oh, they're black.
Where your mark not going? Oh, you said back down. Yeah, I was gonna say he ain't gonna be up for a second, but
Yeah, you consider the negro.
a knower,
That's a derogatory term.
a knower, a knee. What they say on the black crayon? They use 3 words on the black crayon. You know that?
Yeah.
Negro, knower, and something else.
Yeah.
And black, I believe.
Yeah.
Black, Negro, and knower is the terms they use.
Lord, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They had what was it? There was another one too, like I forgot the word. Like, and it comes to but what you have right now is what you have right now is a lot of jakes that don't want to be Israelites. And if you don't want to be an Israelite,
That's fine. That's fine for you.
that's how the Most High is most.
Only 1/3 is gonna make it in the delivery, in the deliverance.
You'll be back in your right mind.
So only 1/3. That's why the Lord said only 1/3 gonna make it in deliverance. 2/3 are gonna perish.
Right. This is Amos.
Sorry.
Have a little technical difficulties.
Technical difficulty.
Hang on. Only I know what the name was. Only me have I known. I have only known.
And I will punish you for your iniquities. Ye have I only known.
Yeah, that's an basically.
Amos chapter 3, verse 2.
Right.
You only have I known of all the families on the earth.
Right.
Therefore I will punish you or
Your iniquity. Yeah.
not the world, not anyone else.
You.
Only you. Who are those you he's talking about?
Nigga that love to commit crimes.
50% of the crime.
Iniquity is crime. So,
Because you know,
niggas love committing
a lot
crime.
of them will wear that mantle of being. I'm a white man. They're proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of Jake, they don't want to be a so-called. You can be black as night.
They don't want to be called a color.
They don't.
No, they don't want to be called black. They don't mind being called color, but they don't want to be called black.
Yeah, they don't. But they don't know. They rather be called black than Israelite.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the fucked up thing is, you don't have other nations telling us the same information that we're saying, but because the so-called white man hasn't told your ass. Yeah, but we have books that shows you that the white man even acknowledges that though.
Yes, they wrote books about it. There are so many books that tell you who black people are. They'll say black people are the Israelites.
But that's why they put it in books, because they know these niggas ain't gonna touch you.
They'll say black people were in Ireland. They were short. They didn't populate the whole place. They'll say black people were pretty much they say black people were a lot of things on the areas that they were in before they just migrated out or were chased out or something happened to them and they had to leave. There's a whole bunch of stuff about who we are and where we've been to, and why we left, and why we're in a different state of mind now.
Right.
You just have to look for it. You have to look very deep for it. And even at those times that they made those books were written mostly by historians. I'll say, yep, he traced it back to them being the biblical people. Moses' people. There are even newspapers that were talking about it too back in the day. Talking about how they realized Moses was black and then Yahweh that they called Jesus was black.
Somebody almost hit somebody. Oh well.
Let's see. This is Second Ezra 6:20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then I will show these tokens. The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. All of these satellites that we're saying is shooting this truth out all over the world. Remember, this word has to go to the four corners of the globe before the Lord can come back. How is it doing that? Not doing that by a bunch of cats said like IUIC the world get kicked out of South Africa and shit. All right? Yeah. Get tear gas shot at them and shit. All right? All of that shit that they have is basically bullshit, because it's gonna be spread by this satellite.
I would even take a glass of one. Go give him a money. Well, we only got about 5 more minutes. So. Yeah, right there.
Wherever we go around the world, a lot of our people don't want to be an Israelite. They don't want to actually own up to who we are according to the Bible. No matter how much we try to show it. Like these white women, these so-called white women are Edomite women. They look good.
Brother,
Oh, we focus on these prophecies, man. These books is being open, brother. And one of the things these books are saying is that ain't nothing wrong with a so-called black man messing fucking with a white woman.
Right.
Okay? Ain't no, that's right.
That's right. That's right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. How you think these so-called black women got here?
Right.
So-called native
the black women, white women.
No, we telling y'all that y'all didn't even exist until Judah went into a woman of another nation and created y'all. And that's because he's a progenitor of the so-called black man. All right? But guess what? Y'all didn't exist. Y'all came from the seed of a man. Everything goes back to that seed, that genealogy, that gene. Genos, I believe, in Latin or Greek, and it means seed. Okay, Colonel? I forgot the how you say Colonel in Latin, but it means basically a seed.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Genos, I think.
You know,
Yeah, I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's what a Colonel was seed. Determined by seed. Now you got a lot of us that are ordained of. Brought it out last night.
I had birthday.
Dr. President,
They're not like that.
Right. Matter of fact, a two blood proof that two of the blood.
okay, what?
Yeah, that's the whole. Yeah. These proofs going back all the way over to you know who's gonna recognize the car? Them FBI agents. All of them cops that's running around in DC. They recognize the car. They recognize that people are so-called black. They ain't treat Africans like that. They ain't over there talking about bulldozing whole neighborhoods in DC. You're not talking about so-called white people's neighborhoods. They talk about the neighborhood of so-called black people. So they going as they simultaneously going after Latinos like they did in the Haitian world. They doing the same thing. What did they do after they went after the Latinos? They went after they did the same slavery tactics that they used against the Latinos, and they went and they did a transatlantic slave trade. Same thing to Western Africa with the so-called black man, aka the tribe of Judah, Benjamin and Levi. It's okay. Yeah, I just put it in.
Psalms.
It should be like Jeremiah. It say come in like a blood, something like that. Like, yeah. That's right. That's what's about to happen. They out there pulling jakes out their cars, filming them and shit. They beat the fuck out you. That's what it's called to be in a police state. We're about to, everything is easing into a martial law state. Don't they already have the National Guard in California still? Literally, people woke up armored Humvee. That motherfucker can withstand the blast from as niggas would call it, what, as is also known as a bazooka or RPG, a rocket propelled grenade. That can withstand the blast of an IED, improvised explosive device. They sitting on the fucking streets, sitting out with their hands and their rifles in hand. This is about to happen. All of the stuff that you see right now, the lifestyle that you live in, that's why a lot of people don't want to wake up because they believe that if they continue to be blind to the situation, they call themselves something else, they won't be persecuted. This is Jeremiah 18:2. Well, let's keep going. Jeremiah 18 and woo, okay. This is
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's our yoga right there all day.
Don't look, don't look.
this is
All black.
Jeremiah 18.
That's our yoga all day, all black, all day. Nope, right there up the street. Boom. You see her? Yeah, you see her. That's you.
Feel like the things are
Woo!
niggas up that spy movie with Groot, but not Groot.
With Bruce Mike? No, it's Bruce. Animated.
Oh, oh,
Rue?
Despicable Me.
Yeah. Oh, that's old boy. God.
Terrible, dog.
Jake
Yeah,
Craig.
yeah. That bitch got a minion body and shit.
Jake Craig.
Damn. This is Jeremiah 18 and 19. He to me, O Yahweh, and hearken to the voice of them that cometh with me. Shall evil be recompensed for good? Recompense means to pay back.
Now they're even be paid back.
For they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood. Matter of fact, get Jeremiah 18 and 20 and the NLT. You got it on your phone, but I can't pull it up. Bumper shot. Jeremiah 18 and 20 and the NLT. That speaks it a whole lot easier. That's why we go between the NLT and the King James, because those are pretty accurate translations. The King James more so because it's revised edition, which means it was revised after being out for a certain amount of years. They took 7 years to revise it. All right, and we choose the NLT because the NLT is a pretty good. The New Living Translation is a pretty good depiction of it as well. NLT.
New International Version.
No, NLT.
Jeremiah 18, verse 20. Should good be repaid for evil, yet they have dug a pit for me. Remember that I stood before you and spoke in their behalf to turn your wrath away from them.
Right. That's what we're doing now. We've been out here trying to, we got brothers out in the city preaching the word and the truth. So them niggas out there don't have no excuse. We got brothers out in LA. Them Latinos didn't have no fucking excuse. Should have been waking up, man.
Las Vegas, California,
All over this.
New York.
Hey, over in the Philippines. We got brothers in
South
Tasmania.
Carolina.
Yeah, we got brothers all internationally. There's no excuse. Now the Most High is just
UK?
activated.
Right.
That's now the Most High just, he said, fuck it, I'm done. Let's get it. Go ahead,
Okay, verse 21. So give their children over to famine, hand them over to the power of the sword. Let their wives be made childless and widow. Okay. Oh, okay.
1820, man. Dang.
Okay. First, okay, I'm gonna start over. Jeremiah 18, New International Version, verse
18 and 18.
okay,
18.
18 and 18. They said, come, let's make plans against Jeremiah for the teaching of the law. By the priests will not cease, nor will counsel from the wise, nor the word from the prophets.
Right, because it's like, he ain't going to stop preaching the word of the Lord. That tells you ain't going to cease.
He'll never stop. So come, let's attack him with our tongues and pay no attention to anything he said.
Let's go talk shit against them. We're going to say that we everything else but Israelites. These niggas is liars, and this is called talk all the shit that you can, make fun of us, all of this extra shit. And all of that. Instead of considering what's being told to you. You're a so-called Native American, Latino, or Negro, regardless of your skin color, and you feel what the word is saying, you can understand, the Lord bless you with understanding. All you're supposed to do is go do your research, man. Don't start talking shit, because now you got a lot of our people fucked up, even in D.C., all over the U.S. Most High is using this police force and this military to start making examples out of these niggas.
Verse, I'm sorry, 19. Listen to me, Lord. Hear what my accusers are saying. Should good be repaid with evil? Yet they have dug a pit for me. Remember that I stood before you and spoke in their behalf to turn your wrath away from them. So give their children
Right. What did they
over
do?
to famine.
Esau, what did he do? All right, they paint this fucked up picture of so-called black people. First of all, they call you black, and then being called that constantly, and you seeing the meaning of what black means, there's nothing good about it. So you are born along with being a black, which is also X is void of have is nothing. They convinced you that you are nothing for a long time. They convinced you for a long time that you're nothing, that you're just a fucking color. But white, it means pure and beautiful and all this other shit. All right? The Heavenly Father made that separation. Go ahead.
Verse 21. So give their children over to famine and hand them over to the power of the sword. Let their wives be made childless and widows. Let their men be put to death. Their young men slain by the sword in battle.
Hey, the young men slain by the sword in battle. What's about to happen? That third World War, World War III is here. And the vast majority of people don't even know what the fuck is going on in DC right now. A lot of them don't even fucking understand what's going on in DC. Bitch basically got our titties out. That's it. Hey, that's all y'all worried about is showing off as much skin as possible so you can impress the women and the men around you. Y'all don't even understand what the fuck is about to happen. Now the Lord is just like applying the pressure and fucking Jacob because he's mad. He's like, I'm tired of letting these niggas slide, man.
Verse 22. Let a cry be heard in their houses when we suddenly bring invaders against them. They have dug a pit to capture me and have hidden snares for my feet.
Right. They how many snares that they hey, Christianity is a snare, dog.
Well, it's talking about they hit snares for us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Trap us and shit.
Yeah, that Christianity is a snare. They have physical traps.
I mean, trap us as the prophets.
Oh.
They're trying to trap Jeremiah and catch him up in a trap so they can kill him.
Right.
Try to do something to debate. Try to step up conversation.
Well,
See, he's wrong.
but that's what I'm saying. They usually so you have another side to it though. Who are the ones saying that? That's Christians and shit.
Yeah,
they're the ones that they believe in that Christianity so much. Oh yeah, that bitch is bad. Larry Luxon. But you know the Heavenly Father make these Christians stand up because they believe in that dogma so much. They don't want to hear that we the Israelites. They'll be ready to kill us in that day, man. Even now, they are ready because they don't believe in what we're saying. It's to that point where it's not gonna be just fighting words. We just got into it with them. Shit got physical with them because of that, man. Because they believe in that Christian dogma, man. That's a snare, dog. That's a stumbling block. Just calling them Jesus, that's a stumbling block. A nigga be ready to fight you over the name Jesus. A nigga be ready to fight you over Jesus' peace. Right, right. That nigga gonna be like, that's right, I'm a black man.
Right.
That nigga ride, wear that with honor. BBC. That don't mean that ain't the British broadcasting channel.
Right.
That's a big black, you know what I'm saying? Some children right here.
Yeah, look at that.
Cockaroonie. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Big black cock-a-doodle-doo. Big black cockatoy, nigga, like, you know.
Big black chicken.
But it's still black. They can be proud of that, though. Yeah, they do have the BBC.
Big rooster.
I thought you just got a rod on you or you don't. All right? Don't be letting these motherfuckers pull you into those ideologies of snares. Fuck it. Ooh, shit. All right.
Verse 23. But you, Lord, know all their plots to kill me. Do not forget their crimes or blot out their sins from your sight. Let them be overthrown before you. Deal with them in the time of your anger.
Hey, and now he's dealing with it. How is he dealing with you? They having them beat the shit out of these small things. Jay can't smoke weed no more out on the streets, not even in front of their house. They got FBI agents walking up and down the street, making sure you have your ID. And if you start filming them or do anything to set them up, they're doing everything they can to provoke these so-called Negroes. Like we were talking about last night, the lockdowns during COVID-19 didn't work, right? That Jake still kept making money, and then they eventually dealt with it. Everything that y'all done tried is not storming and wilding up Jake. So now you resorting to extreme violence, and it's ultimately going to come down to the food. You take the so-called black man, Native and Latino man's food away, they're going to act the fool in this bitch. And that's what we're coming to.
Black women are already getting mad because they're taking snacks.
Yeah, you know, black women cannot get snacks on EBT anymore. You can't get no more of your home run pies and your goddamn Aunt Millie's cookies no more, man.
Your Gatorade and soda pops.
You can't get no soda pop. You can't get no Big Red and no motherfucking peach fagos.
Big gulp. Gone.
That big gulp is finished, nigga. You can't even get no goddamn powdered donuts. You know, the motherfucker had a powder all in their mouth and around their mouth and shit. You can't get none of that no more, man.
The batch of cookies, gone.
Finished. Finished. All right. So with that, you know, we'd like to go ahead and close this up. We pray you were edified. All right. And if not, we prophesying to the wind anyway. All right. So, you know, until the next time, endure to the end.
All praises.
All praises to highest honesty.
By Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakadash.
All right, on 3, 1, 2.
On 3, on 3. Ah, you ain't saying it right. What's going on with it? Been out here now. I'm gonna be going a week.
Jump out here and just get to it. Abba on 3.
1, 2, 3. Abba ball. So one, my kid.
Yeah, I had to keep moving.